Good afternoon. Welcome back to another edition of Satterwhite Live. I'm Blake Linton, and this is Josh Thomas. Josh, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to talk about the top 10 reasons or advantages of Satterwhite over maybe other types of log home construction.
Right, absolutely. Once you get our statement of beliefs out of the way, and then we'll jump right in.
Sounds good. We at Satterwhite Log Homes are Christians. We're not ashamed of our faith. We kneel to God only and no man. We love America. We stand proudly for our pledge and for our national anthem. We're proud of our flag, of our military, of our law enforcement and our first responders. We revere our founding fathers and our Constitution, and we'll fight to the death for our families, for our nation, and for our God.
Good job, Josh. All right, so top 10 reasons to buy from Satterwhite in the year 2021.
Yeah, and you know I can speak for you when I say this. We're not ones, us and us as a company, we're not ones to run down other companies.
No, not at all.
So this is definitely not a dig at anybody else, but what it is it's things that we think or stand out about us and things that we're proud of.
Absolutely. Yeah. So first thing I'm going to say is, without a doubt, the reason that we've been around as long as we have been and we get the results that we do is dead standing timber.
For sure.
We only log dead standing timber, and when you do that, you're going to guarantee a lower moisture content, which is going to translate into things such as?
I was just going to say, you know, we say that a lot, and I think some people literally don't understand what that means. Dead standing timber literally means it's a tree, it's a dead tree in the forest.
Right. That's been killed by typically either forest fire, bark beetle epidemic.
That's right.
And the bark beetle epidemic, sometimes people get that confused. These aren't wood boring beetles. They're not boring into the log. So it's not something that 5 years after you build the house, these beetles are going to come out of the log. These beetles strictly eat the bark.
Yeah, I mean this showroom that we're in here is what, 35 years old.
Right, exactly.
There are no beetle holes. There's no bugs that have come out of these walls.
No,
so they strip the membrane between the bark and the wood out, and the tree basically starves to death, and then they're on to the next. So, but that dead standing timber is the key. I mean we don't have to allow for shrinkage. Right. You know, our doors and windows can be set straight into the log wall. You know, they're not going to bind. You're not going to have...
everything's attached to the log wall.
Everything's, interior walls are attached to the log wall, roof systems attached to the log wall. It's just a stable lumber.
Exactly, and that sounds crazy, but a lot of systems out there on the market, you have to, there's springs or jacks that you have to tighten over time, and with us, that's just not the case.
You know, sometimes roof system and interior framing is free floating from the log wall, you know what I mean? Because it's, so yeah, we're definitely proud of our dead standing timber.
Yep. It's called nature's finest house log.
That's right.
So, all right. You know, these are, like we said, dried and cured in an arid climate. So,
right.
Thirdly, we're going to go with vertical integration.
Explain that to me like I'm stupid.
Well, this will be easy then. Vertical integration is basically, we own every facet of the business, from logging the trees, trucking the trees, milling the trees,
transporting the milled logs.
Yeah, I mean, so
warehousing it here.
You told me to explain this, and here you are taking off with it. But
I'm smarter than I let on.
Basically, you know, we're not paying any third parties to touch the timber, so we log it. And we own every facet of that business from the time we log it to the time it's sitting on your slab.
Yeah, exactly. That's the easiest way to explain it. From the time the tree falls to the ground in the forest to the time it's set in your house, Satterwhite owns it and handles it every step of the way.
So we're in charge of the grading, the certification, everything that goes into
Supply chain.
Right. I think we've beaten that horse pretty dead. So, you know, the Satterwhite building system, we've proven over time that we have an effective building system. We have expert crews that put these in the dry.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say, you know, the things that go into the building system are the dead standing timber. That's the foundation.
Right.
That's the key. That's the keystone to everything that goes off of it. Like you said, the random length logs, I think, are hand in hand with that. You want to explain that to them just real quickly? I know we've beat it to death before.
About the random length log? You know, our logs come in lengths from 8 to 16 foot.
What are you laughing about?
Well, I think you're trying to trip me up, but that's fine.
No, I'm not. I really wasn't.
Our logs come in 8 foot through 16 foot lengths. All of our stuff is cut on site, and that gives you the ease of use or the ability to change as you're building. If you have, these aren't pre-numbered kits.
Yeah.
So you can make changes as you go, no problem.
Yeah. If for some reason, if our house or any other house, if a log gets damaged in transit with a random length log, you just grab the next one,
right.
Cut that damaged piece out if you're still going to use it for maybe a short stack up somewhere else.
Well, that lends itself to number 5 is the ease of construction.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it all goes together. If your foundation if it's supposed to be a 32 by 50 house, if it actually gets built or poured 33 by 50 with the random length logs, with the system that we've got in place, that's no big deal.
That's not a big deal to change that. Right. So, and also these are lightweight. Being dead standing timber, they're lightweight. You don't need a crane or anything like that to stack the logs. So, an able-bodied crew could lift these logs themselves. Our most common house log, which is the 6x8D log, weighs 7 pounds a foot. So you can
think a
10-footer
weighs 70 pounds. That's less than a sack of concrete. So yeah, ease of construction, that might not sound like a big deal to some people, but to people who actually have to build a house, that the weight of these logs comes into play.
Right, exactly. All right, moving on to number 6, more house for less money. Josh, take that away and kind of explain what we mean by that.
Well, sure. I mean, it goes back to all these things that we've said previously. They all build on each other, but our system with our logs, with the weight, with the stability of them, it allows you, if you want a log house, to compare us to anybody across the nation, and we feel that we're going to be competitive in
Absolutely.
the very least.
If you're talking apples to apples comparison,
that's right.
We can almost guarantee that we're going to be a more not effective,
affordable,
economical. That's what I'm sorry. So apples to apples, we feel very confident that we can beat anyone else in the market.
Yeah, I mean, we use a lot of standard construction practices throughout the inside. Interior framing is industry standard. Roof system is industry standard. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we do to make it more economical for you, but at the same time still have whatever look that you want. If you find a picture, if you find a look that you want in Pinterest or Houzz or whatever, we can modify, we can tailor our building system to suit that look.
Absolutely. Our track record, Satterwhite's been in business since 1974. I don't know what the most current count is on how many houses we've sold, but it's in the tens of thousands.
Yeah, I mean, and just let that sink in. We've been building houses, our company's been building houses for almost 50 years. And tens of thousands of houses. Yeah. So we know what works. We've learned along the way.
We know what doesn't work.
We know what doesn't work too. That's right.
We like to say we learn from our mistakes. I mean, you can't keep doing something if it doesn't work. So
right.
When we see something and a design flaw that a customer brings to us, we're not afraid to tell you, hey, I understand you like this idea, but this is why we don't need to do that. We're not gonna not let you do something, but we are gonna explain to the best of our ability that, hey, this is what you're looking at, or do you understand that? Whether it's a maintenance issue or a construction issue.
Right.
So, all right. Next one is, go ahead, Josh.
I mean, I think that rolls right. The track record rolls right into the family. It's a family-owned business. So
absolutely.
Not only have we been in business since 1974, Sam and Trevonna Satterwhite have owned it the whole time. Now Sam has passed. But Miss Satterwhite, she's still here today. She's fixing us lunch. Can you believe this? The owner of our company is fixing us lunch in the other room. So it doesn't happen all the time, but it's just a great environment. We have a ton of fun.
Oh yeah.
It's a giant family. We have very low turnover.
That's the truth. So,
it's a great company to work for, and all these, like I said, all these things just build on each other.
Yep, they certainly do. And that rolls into the next one, experience.
Look at that. It's like when we wrote this script that
you and I did.
Yeah, that we did.
No, thanks to Danny, right? No, experience. We have 8 crews right now stacking logs for us, and I don't know the number of years combined experience, but
I guarantee, last time I saw something on paper, it was 200 and some change.
Right. So combined years experience.
So we've climbed since then. Some of our oldest crews started in the 70s, in the mid 70s. I've been with us basically the whole time that we've been in business, since before Blake was alive.
Barely, but close.
Yeah.
I'm not like you. I wasn't born in the middle of the 1980s, but
Early 80s.
Early 80s. All right, quality, and this quality kind of talks about what we were talking about with the dead standing timber. We've got every single house log is graded and moisture tested. We don't put anything in the planer that's greater than 15% moisture content. That's going to guarantee you a stable house log, which is going to guarantee you low settling, solid construction, and just lends itself to what we're striving for here every day at Satterwhite.
Oh, sure. I mean, I would venture to say any of our customers over all the years who have had good construction or a good design on their house would agree with our quality.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Josh, you have anything else to add? That was kind of a crash course in Satterwhite, but
well, like I said, this is in no way a dig at anybody else. Everybody does their own thing. Everybody, there are a lot of successful companies out there. We just wanted to tell you, why we feel we've been successful over the years, I guess,
Absolutely.
so to speak. It's a great company. We hope that you enjoy our videos. We really hope that you could come visit us at one of our locations sometime along the way.
Come visit us. If you have any questions or recommendations for something you'd like to cover, we've got some exciting footage or content coming up in the next couple of weeks. We're going to do some on-location things that are going to be pretty exciting. So
yeah, that's just a little teaser for some of the stuff to come, but
it's going to be cool.
It's going to be really good, yeah.
Thank you for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.